Well, hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me live. It's another Wednesday, and it's like Wednesday Lives with Cam, I guess. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm actually really excited. I just got off of having some designers in town with me for a few days, and this is all part of my Luxury Client Academy. And it's one of the wonderful perks about that is that we get to do a live event here in Naples, which is incredible because we get to tour $1 million homes and see what's happening in the Florida design scene, which is really such a great and rich level of design that's happening here. If you see how many magazines we have in this area and all of that, there is so much great design happening here in Florida and here in Naples. So it's such a wonderful experience for the designers that come in from all across the country to see that. But that's only part of my Luxury Client Academy, which is my 9-month coaching experience. So I would love to see you in that program. If you're interested in learning more, be sure to reach out to me on that so that we can get you a seat in the group. One of the things that I want to talk about today is something that came up during our in-person event. We did something called hot seats, and each person got to talk a little bit about an issue that's going on in their own business. And one of the designers talked about specifically that she had an opportunity in front of her where she was going to be presenting to about 100 realtors to talk a little bit about her business. And I was kind of chuckling. I said to her, before I knew how long she had to talk, I was like, wow, a hundred realtors, like that is incredible. If nothing else, do not talk about your business. And she was like, what? Why would I not talk about my business? And I was like, well, let's talk through how you can make a quick impression. I asked her, of course, we knew it was a large number of people she was going to be in front of, but the other thing was, how long do you have to talk? She only had 5 minutes, especially if you only have 5 minutes to talk and to make an impression. And this is what this live's about, right? Today, this topic is about how can you make a quick impression? You don't want to, for lack of a better word, waste that precious time talking about your business and sort of just giving them the facts about your business. I want you to think differently. You have 5 minutes to capture someone's attention. You need to be thinking about if this is coming up in your business where you have an opportunity to get in front of a builder or a realtor or another referring partner. How can you approach it in such a way so that you're piquing their interest? So you have to be thinking about what's important to my audience. What are they looking for? What problem are they looking to solve? And the first thing that we talked about in respect to realtors was they want to sell more houses and they want to do it faster, right? Those are two big problems is that they want to get great sales and they want them to happen as quickly as possible. So as we were trying to figure that out, like how could she approach her talk, and work around this, I said to her, have you worked with realtors before? And she said, yes, I have. I said, have you had a transformation with a realtor when you partnered with a realtor to help them sell a house faster or sell a house for more money? And she said, yes. I said, let's talk about that. What happened? And she gave me two examples of where she had actually staged a house for a realtor and it sold within one day. And a second opportunity she had where she partnered with a realtor, she had also done something to the home where they actually got more money than they anticipated. I believe it was something like $200,000 more. I mean, it was an incredible transformation. So I said to her, when you get in front of these other realtors, those are the two stories I want you to lead with. I want you to be impressing them on how quickly you can help them sell a house and sell a house for more, because that is really what they're looking for. Yes, it's lovely that they want to deal with qualified people and they want to bring in great vendors into their referral network and all of that. That's great. That can come later. But what you're trying to do is impress them that you can help them solve one of their biggest problems, which is selling houses and selling houses for more money so that ultimately they can make more commission. So these are the two things that I asked her to lead with so that she could really make a huge impression on them very, very quickly. And then they will come around and be talking about, kind of coming up to her and asking her questions and getting her information. Now, the other thing that I also asked her to do, she's going to be doing a giveaway for them, and I said, you have to be able to somehow get their information. While it's lovely for you to leave cards on the table that somebody can take and put away for future use, that's great. But that's a more passive way to kind of build your network. But if you are actively getting cards from them, then you can now market to those people. You can stay in touch. You can build the relationship because you're in control and you have those contacts. So I wanted to just bring this up to you guys today because I know a bunch of you are going out there and networking. And here's how we can make the most of those opportunities is literally by thinking about what the problem is that our audience has and how we are solving that problem day in and day out and highlighting that when we're talking to them, because that's going to perk their ears up, pique their interest. They're going to want to get to know you better. And then the second thing is, how can you get their information so that you're not waiting for them to contact you, but now you can build that relationship. Now you can go, keep in touch with them and keep in contact with them so that over time you will be the person that is the very first that comes to mind when an opportunity arises. So that's what I have for you today. It is super easy and super quick, but I hope that you take notes on this and you start making really your networking meetings super active so that you can keep in touch and that you can really help people in the way that I know that you guys can. I know that you're always, as designers, trying to help people create beautiful spaces, but also solve problems. That's what we do all day long. So I want you to be thinking about that in terms of what's going on in their minds. And I'm going to be doing a podcast that's coming out in the next day or two on the Luxury Client Academy. I would love to have a conversation with you if that's something that you're interested in. It's my 9-month coaching experience with this beautiful in person event in Naples. It's not to be missed. And if you are interested in looking into that, please reach out to me and we will talk about whether or not it's a right fit for you. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Take care.